Julie, hello, hello, hello. Look at
Hi,
everybody.
guys.
I have Julie with us. Julie, thank you for being here.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me on. I love it.
I am honored. I am absolutely honored. So for everybody that I'm sure everybody here will knows Julie from the chat. This is Julie Johnson, and she has a YouTube channel called Jules. I want to say it right. Jules Learning to Listen. And I
Yes.
have the link in the description of the show today. So everybody head over there and subscribe to her channel. It's Jules Learning to Listen.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody. It's wonderful to see everybody. I'm just learning, so I just figured out how to put the chat up.
Oh, did you? So yeah, now you're able to see it.
Yes, I'm so excited, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay! Rush, play, love,
Yeah.
remember.
Let's say
Miss
hi.
Standing and Light, Annie Bear. I'm so
Annie, hello. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And Diane G. Thank you, Diane.
Hi,
Pray, love,
Teresa.
remember. Yes, Teresa is there. She is. Teresa, thank you for being here.
And I'm on my phone, so I won't be able to text back and until I get myself super professional.
Oh no, this is and today it's all about you. Rush, hello. Play, love, remember. Hello. Thank you for being here. Did I miss any? Maureen, hello.
Hi, Maureen.
I think that is. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to miss everybody. But anyway, so you guys, this is Julie. She has a amazing soul and an amazing light, and that she shares with the community. I mean, she's been in our community for years, and she's in the chat, and she's supportive, and I just love you. And Julie is a healer. She's an intuitive. She is an NDE survivor. She reads oracle and tarot cards, and loves crystals as much as I do, and has a love for her family and ocean, like I do too. We share that too.
Aw.
She's a singer. She's a singer. I mean, you seriously wear so many hats, and she's worked in hospice, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, you are an amazing soul. And so, everybody, I'm going to turn it over to Julie here in just a minute. And depending on how time goes, we're gonna keep it at an hour. But if we do have a little bit of time at the end, we can maybe take a couple of readings. Otherwise, what Julie and I are going to do is we'll definitely do a collective reading. We'll just pull some cards for everybody at the end. So,
Great.
Julie, you take over. You share with us your take us on your spiritual journey.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. I know that everybody has had a wild life, a spiritual journey. We start out, we're kids. We don't know what the heck is going on. Why do I hear this? Why do I see that? Your parents are saying, how do you know that?
Right.
My mom, I was very fortunate. I want to show you guys this picture. This is how legit it is. This is my mother reading some guy's palm. This gentleman.
Look at that.
She was beautiful, and she used to always dress up and say, "Cross my palm with silver, and I'll read your fortune." She was just she was a lot of fun with that stuff for sure. So even though she was very open to everything, plus we were raised to pray and meditate. So when you pray and you meditate a lot, you hook up. And so my spiritual journey, um, I had, I'd ask a question and get an answer. I would dream a lot, precognitive dreams. They start popping up. um, like 6 months to a year after, I would know when people were going to pass. And I was like, oh no, I can't tell anybody,
Yeah.
And so uh, it really was something else. And then I was very involved in our religion. And, I went on pilgrimage. I went to the Holy Land. It was something my father did for me when I was 20, almost 21. I just got on a plane and went on a tour with a pilgrimage group. And
Wow.
and it was absolutely outstanding. And it's one of the reasons why I just believe that all of this work is meant for us to, bond together, to
Mhm.
to really, especially during these times, to stay in the light, stay in the light.
Right.
And
And to be of service, right?
oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
because even everybody, and whether you're on, you have a YouTube channel, or if not, I mean, everybody in chat, we're all, I mean, we all help each other out, and we're all being of service and sharing our light, and that's so beautiful.
So with all of that, I went down many rabbit holes. So
Yeah.
I did the pilgrimage, and then I came back and I did a thing on television back in the day when they had somebody singing or saying prayers, like in the Bay Area, up in San Francisco area, a Bay Area called Day's Beginning. So I sang a prayer, and it was on for about 7 years, which is hysterical. I'm live at 2 a.m. And then I started getting curious about um, what is paganism? What is a nature religion? How did people that live close to the land uh, express their religions and things? So I got involved with the reclaiming group, with Starhawk, and they do the spiral dance, and so they're super witchy, and white witchy Dianic style. And so I went and I became a witch. So that was great. So it was like I don't know, 1986 or something, became a witch, which was like amazing because we got to learn how to do trance work, and working with a violet flame or a red flame for protection, and reading cards, and doing healing work and stuff. And then through college, I did a bunch of that stuff. I don't know. I don't want to seem braggadocious because it's a silly. I'm even by my surprise, I'm even in a series done by a Canadian film company, women's spirituality. And we moved down to where we live now, and I turned on the public television uh, show, and I heard this music, and I'm like, what the heck is that? That sounds familiar. And it turned out, I looked at the television, and it was me on television. And like, so, I've had this life where I'll just do something, and, it turns out to be, I've got a copy of it in my DVD little cabinet. So, and then I started really curious about Native American spirituality. My mother had always told us we were native and whatnot. The DNA says not, but the guides say probably three guides major Native American influence on my life. And so I'm very dedicated to staying up on the political things that are going on and the spiritual things. But that led me to songs, the music. Um, I did spend a season sweating and whatnot. My two of my kids are native, and so it was very important to me. Yet, um, it's rising up.
Yeah.
This energy of rising up, and one with the earth and with the people, and you know uh, sticking together to see us through these crazy times. And
Yeah.
well, as time went by, because I'm not young, most of us
Oh,
aren't, right?
you are so beautiful. I'm
Oh,
so
you're
glad
sweet.
everybody gets to see beautiful
Aw.
Julie.
So here we are at the crossroads of life. And so then I you know, I have to work for years and have little kids and things. And so I just, you know, followed my intuition sometimes through my job and kept myself going and motivated and taking classes. And I met someone named Dixie Yetarian. And, you know, she was a psychic detective. She worked out of Lompoc in California. And so she was amazing. She got a hold of me because I used to run karaoke, believe it or not. And
I
she
do.
just grabbed a hold of my hand and said, "You're just like me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" You know, I was so unconscious about all of it. She said, "Come to my class. It's on Tuesday or something, you know." So I started studying with her, and legit, you know, like I thought this was, you know, airy fairy. I was a cynic and I was just skeptical as all get out, even though these things would happen. I'm sure some of you can relate, right? And so she got a hold of me, and because she knew that I didn't, you know, have the funds to pay for her classes, even though she wasn't charging a lot, um, I would go to her classes diligently to learn about auras. She taught us some amazing distant healing techniques. Just amazing. There's no time to go through that list, but she's phenomenal. She has since passed, and a plug for her. Her daughter is publishing all of her books, finished a book she was writing, and on her website that should be up again, reworked. There's the video of her story. It's quite amazing, and I feel grateful for her. Her dedication and her love and care to help teach me how to land on your feet and trust your instincts and trust your seeings and your knowings. And I just hope that we can all support each other in continuing that growth.
That was huge, Julie. What was that where you learned the healing, or did you take a Reiki class too?
I did. I took Reiki 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
I never got the certifications, and it was
Who cares?
amazing. I just didn't get the. You know, I have a life of not completing the, you know, the actual course sometimes. You know, and I think it's because it's just not that important to me on some level. I mean, I graduated from college, but I, you know, things like this and have some certifications and stuff. But at that time, life was kind of crazy, you know, kids and all. So, but I have one interesting thing. I think this is hope for
Yeah.
everybody who can't get to a class, who can't afford a class. Times are crazy, right? You know, you got to pay your PG&E. And so I went to this woman named Helen's class at lunch. And everybody was mad at me because my boss would let me go and be a little bit late for the lunch hour. But we would meditate. That was my first experience with seeing an alien in the meditation with all of us in the room, where Christ would come to us and help heal us in this room, in her living room, about 10 of us sitting around meditating. And then my boss said, you know, go to meditation today and come back and tell me what you saw. And I saw the building we were in start to spin. Then the bottom dropped out. And so I went back and told her this. And she said, well, I guess I better look for a new job. And 2 months later, the company folded.
That's
So
amazing.
and then with cards and things, I actually, Kelly put me on some homework. And so I had to call my friend from high school because, you know, she actually is publishing her deck. She illustrated when we were in our 20s, and called my mom's best friend. You know, she's close to 80, and I'm like, when did I start all this? Do you remember this stuff? And she said, yeah, I think it was high school. So we've been messing around with this. I used to keep a small deck of Rider Waite in my purse or my pocket, practically, and I give people readings for lunch. When AOL was, you know, going on,
Yep.
I would get on. I was working for Imagination Network, and so I'd go on as Gypsy J and do 3 cards, you know, spreads and stuff. I have no idea if they were any good or not, but I was doing it, and
That's amazing.
And then, of course, with the advent of COVID, and then one of my friends told me about Linda G. And then from Linda G, we all went nuts, listening to everybody going, oh my God, you're my people. My soul is happy now. And so, I've taken a few classes, still doing some coursework, trying to get certified, doing a few things and get that off the ground. But all I got to say here is follow your nose, keep on going, trust yourselves. And if you don't, pick yourself right back up and go again, work through your things because it can be really intense. And YouTube is a blessing. And everybody, AOL, we have come a long way, baby, since AOL. And
Right.
it's amazing. It's just connected people that would otherwise have no way of knowing we were all out here.
Right.
Right? Kelly, you've been doing your work for like 15 years or something, 16 years, doing Reiki and whatnot. And the one thing that the lady Helen that I mentioned earlier did for everyone in the room was healing is done by the Creator, and we are the vessel,
Yes.
and just
Yes.
rub your hands together, do your energy ball, and pray. And then make sure you're ethical. If you've got conflict with somebody, don't you do it. Don't even think you can do it. And just step out, let somebody else handle it. But if you have love in your heart, the Creator's going to put heat in your hands, cool in your hands, whatever image or energy flow they need, it's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even if I didn't
Yep.
do a joker ray or whatever, I still had to have faith that the hands-on healing that's been done for ages, eons, probably, who knows, is the real thing. And we can do this for each other, just like with the morning group or whatever group we are all involved in, or many groups that we all check in with. Desperate for healing and connection, we are.
Right.
But it's
Well, and
beautiful.
that's how we met. I mean, 'cause you and I have been working together. We've been working together for probably at least 2 years, I would think.
I think so. And what's wonderful too is, I asked Kelly to help me with some cord cutting. And I just have to say, anybody that needs something like that, it is a beautiful experience. And with people that do this work with love and do their best. None of us are perfect and we all make mistakes or we misinterpret, because interpreting what we see is a huge part of, how we present and what we're able to do. And, but Kelly's very humble, very kind, and really good.
Oh, no.
She's got the
Thank you.
gift.
No, and no, and thank you, and thank you. I'm just honored that we've had this connection for a couple of years. That we've it's like it's like it's a sister bond. It's really a beautiful thing.
There's one thing I would like to tell you, though. It's
Yeah.
something because it just happened. And I think part of it is we are all light beings, right? And I put up my screen behind me to cover the indignities of my building office. But it's got all the African animals on it. And we just, passed our Lionsgate. But because we're all light beings and we're all shining it, what's really beautiful is that Kelly was telling me, do you mind me telling Kelly the story of the angel?
No.
Oh, great. I had to ask permission.
Oh,
So I said, well, what you doing? She's like, I feel pooped. I just need to take a nap. I need to rest. I'm having a JAMA day. And I was like,
oh,
that's great.
yeah.
And And all of a sudden I just felt like, I don't even know if I asked you, but I ask when I do things, I ask, receive it if you will. If you don't,
Yeah.
then all right too. And so all of a sudden I see this black screen area, which kind of blew my mind. I'm like, what the heck is that? And all of a sudden I see Kelly auric body, like her light body. Okay. Light body. And then an angel comes. So this is here, an angel and lays over and puts gently, slowly a wing over her. And I was just asking for her to have rest and calm and a deep healing. You tell them what
Julie,
happened.
that was absolutely amazing. When she texted me and told me, because I don't even, you must have asked how I was doing or something, and I'm like, I am just pooped out. And when you text me back, it wasn't. I don't know if I immediately responded. I don't know
No,
the
it was like
length,
another day or something. It's okay.
but it was, I remember feeling like calm. It made sense, because it made sense. It's like, because I had been feeling just really low energy, and I had this amazing calm warmth come over me. I mean, Julie, it was really amazing. And I didn't know, I mean, I didn't know at the time where it had come from, until then I read your text message, and I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, because and I've said it for years, you have an amazing healing gift.
Well, it's time to start using it apparently, because it's coming in spades. That was the
Yeah.
first time, and that I saw it that way. I mean, in now, I mean, I had an angel in the near death experience, life after life show that I did that interview, which was like, oh, that was just crazy that I even did it. I just said, I'm gonna do it, just do it.
Amazing.
And I explained that I had a car accident, and it's the first time I actually saw angel Kim and put their wings around me, and I know I received a healing, because what happened to me, I broke the car. I broke the windshield, the steering wheel, and everything, but I was basically okay. And so I never thought I'd see another angel again. But then with Kelly and her light fluffiness, have I said too much? Um, uh, I've had two other experiences now with the angels in that dark, like it's like I'm seeing it in the negative with the light being magnified. And what happens to me when this is happening is complete and utter amazement, but the thought packet that comes with it is quite significant. I knew that when I saw that happening, because I wasn't guiding that to happen, I had no idea that was going to happen. It's the
Yeah.
kind of way the life goes, right? Ooh, what is this? Is that what was happening? Is that I was getting the thought packet was, she really needs deep healing. And so the angels know, with the work that's being done here and facilitating this deep work, that we really need this kind of help. And I think that it's going to help us all who are wondering if there's angels. Yes.
There are.
Are they really helping us? Yes. Are they
Right.
laying down, energetically laying down beside us and putting their like weighted blanket kind of healing juju on you? Yes.
Yes.
And and we can learn to trust.
And
And
that's a huge aspect right there, don't you think? The trust that
it's hard.
is. Mm-hmm.
Trust is
It
so,
is.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
But and with what you've seen with me, I mean, it's those things like that your angels and your guides work out in the background to validate you, to give you the confidence that, you know what, okay, you did this for Kelly, so now now the next person. But how do you keep, because my cup was bone dry. And that is a note to anybody that does healing, that you have to fill up before it gets completely dry. How do you keep your cup filled?
Well, it's been kind of sketchy because I was in a really crazy career that completely depleted me. I just woke up one day, I had hives and went, "Oh, I'm 62. I'm leaving." I called them up and said, "I'm going home. I don't feel good." And then I said, "I don't feel good still. I'm not coming back. I'm done." And then I was taking care of my dad until he passed. So that was last year in October.
That was
And
big.
so I've just been solid, to the wall. I won't sing this song. And with exhaustion, I got sick. I had a variety of things happen and I was not able to pull it together. And so I started going to the doctor, started, doing this. So I'm back on a healing course. Um, I have been dedicated to getting myself up in the morning to go to Terry at Holding Your Space. It is the most delightful, welcoming, beautiful, kind, wildly varied,
Yeah.
and just a whole wild group of people. We're from inner earth to outer space. It's all over the place, and
Right.
that's been a huge part. I've been trying to redo the house because I've had several people. We've all lived here, the family members who have passed. So I'm cleaning. You have no idea. This cleaning thing people are talking about, it's amazing.
It
Trying to
helps, right?
get my office area fixed. And then we have another whole section. It's going to be like this is like Mama Squirrely Girl office. And then the other one's going to be a real life, like library kind of studio thing, and getting the house, redoing the house, and, that sort of thing. So, and I do a lot of praying. I meditate. I get up in the morning and either before Terry starts at 7:11 or 8:11.
8:11 Central Time. Um,
Yeah.
and it's Terry at Holding Your Space
Yeah. It's
is the
just
morning
delightful.
meditation.
And so then I will sit on my porch because I was so far down that I wasn't able even to ambulate very well. I was just totally, totally fried. And so I've been sitting, talking to birds, getting to know our ravens and the hawks and all the critters. A flock of turkeys and whatnot. We have horses that escape and come over here and hang out. And I live in a wildland area, and so I do a lot of prayer and meditation. I do a lot of writing, and I try to pull a card almost every day and ask the ended question of, what do I need to know for today? What can I focus on that's going to help me?
I
And
love that.
it's not easy to do these things. It takes a bit of discipline to do the meditating, a bit of discipline, just like exercising and eating right. Hello. Um,
Right?
so that's kind of what I do. I've just been determined that I'm at a certain age. I've heard Allie say that. God bless her, wild traveling woman.
Oh,
Um,
she is on a wonderful journey.
she's hilarious. I love it. We get to see her out in a tub in nature. It's awesome. Who knew?
Right? It doesn't get any better than that. Yep. Out in a bathtub in Utah.
I know,
I
right?
love it.
I'm in a tub in Utah. But the thing is that we just keep I think that these communities and all the folks really help us all stay motivated. And where otherwise we might be in our little houses alone in the middle of nowhere and going, where are my people?
Right? It's real. YouTube is really a blessing. It really is, because it's where the community can come together and we find each other, and just a tad bit, because I know that you're going to be working on getting content for your channel. What is going to be your inspirational ideas, and what's your plan on how you're going to put content?
Well, I've secretly behind the scenes been doing lots of videos. We have a beautiful view
Yes.
from where I live, and I call it Resilience Ridge. And
I love that.
that's because family creates a lot of challenges for us, and we love each other deeply. And with misunderstandings and things, I just said, well, I'm living here. I love these people. We're going to do this life thing. We're committed to it. And so I would go out. I would go out in the snow, or if it's thunder and lightning, or there's a beautiful clouds, or the sun rays coming through, and I'll just say good morning from Resilience Ridge. And so I have a lot of recordings. My daughter's going to help me put a few of those together.
Oh
um,
yes.
and then I thought, because I was a social worker, we were trained to listen. We have to be active listeners. We got to find out what people are talking about. And it's a Rogerian kind of a technique, basically, where you meet people where they are. So we're
Yeah.
supposed to listen. So I thought, well, I still have to work on listening. Am I really hearing what I'm listening to? My guides? Am I listening to people? Am I listening to myself? What do I really need? What do I really want? And that's a very important part of when we're giving and being of service to others. The quality of the time that we take for ourselves is so important. And it doesn't have to be but a little bit of time. One of my
Yeah.
friends in the past, she used to say, everybody be like, oh, how do you do it? You do these workshops, and your husband and the family and the kids and the dogs and just cleaning the house. And she'd say, ladies, I steal moments.
I love that.
She's just like, she just would steal a moment. In the morning, she would plan what she was going to steal for herself. And I was like, I love that.
I love that too. It's
So I do have
important.
some other things cooking, but uh, I'll, I love to do readings, oracle readings, especially. I did a lot of tarot when I was younger, and but I'm loving the oracles and the art. It's just like magic to me, and anything to help positive experience for people and myself too, because I love the
Mhm.
connection. And so I've been, doing readings for years. And so the rest,
And you have tons of decks. You were
oh,
saying.
oh my God, you don't even want to know. Like hear Gerald say, purchase responsibly. I'm like, well, I already did. Irresponsibly at best. But no, I love the art. I get what speaks to me because they're such wonderful tools to help us find our way. And I just have to say, I'm noticing the chat. I can't respond, but it's so wonderful to see people here. And thank you for coming. And I love all your channels. And follow, and, in the chats. Everything moves so fast. You can't respond to what people are saying. And all the time, but it's very meaningful to me, and I appreciate it and take those little gems with me. But we have our notebook, and we're writing things down. Ooh, you know, books, whatever.
And you you were telling me backstage that sewing is very, it's your jam, and it's a creative outlet for you, where it's where you get hits in a lot of your messages.
Yes, sewing and driving, and this kind of thing. I'll just put the video on, and I do. I try to write songs. I can never finish them. But I always joke that my sewing room is the psychic sewing room, because
Yeah.
I'll end up flipping a card because I'm thinking about one thing or another, and joke around a little bit using that. So uh, I've done a lot of sewing during COVID, before they bought us masks for our job. I made a lot of them. Plus,
It's amazing.
Yeah, and blankets. My daughter says, Mom, when you die, we're going to have everybody bring a blanket that you made for them. So,
But there's something so special about blankets, though. I mean, when you get a blanket, for me, it's really personal. I mean, I instantly just kind of go into it's cozy. It's like getting a hug. I There's something about blankets that I'm like Linus. I don't care. Well, I mean, if I go uptown, I don't take a blanket, but if I'm going on a road trip, I have my blanket, my pillow. If I go on an airplane, I have a blanket, a pillow. It's that security. It literally is a security blanket for me. I'm dragging them
I like
everywhere.
that. You never
Yeah.
know. You might get one in the mail someday. Who knows?
Oh, and Julie, her property is absolutely amazing, and wild sage grows on your property too. And what a blessing is that?
It really is. Well, some's wild. There's different kinds, up here, but like around the hey Terry, around the lake, we have the wormwood growing, and the local tribes use that as sage. And it's just wonderful, and put it in, and so and then I've planted white sage here, and then there's lots of natural plants in the area that are healing and endemic to the area. But yeah, I've got a sage thing.
I love it. I love it. In your property, I won't give the area out where you're at, but she's in California too, and it just sounds absolutely beautiful.
Nice to live in a place that feels really safe. It's beautiful to be in a home where, because I've always lived in the inner city. I mean, I lived in San Francisco while I was going to school, and we had bars on the windows, and because it was crazy, and so to live out in the wild land is absolutely a blessing, and so maybe one of these days I'll get some of those shorts or videos put up, and then you could just see what a lovely place it is, and share some of that, because it really means a lot to people. Like Annie Bear shares a lot of the nature and the flowers and the beauty that she sees, which is
Mhm.
great because she's got an eye for it.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
what we do and we share is there's a lot of people who are not able to get out, who don't have access to wildland or live in another part of the world. And I think it really helps us all cope and have adventure, and learn about other people in other places. And it's very satisfying, especially right now when we're trying to keep ourselves bolstered up and keep our own light flowing.
Yeah, and there's days with a chaotic energy and everything. It can be a little bit more challenging. Do you have a spiritual practice that of protection when things get really chaotic for you?
Well, when you get desperate for that feeling, because I laugh, but I've had more betrayal of all kinds of things. If you need help with betrayals and stuff like that, just call me. And but I've had to gather up and muster up and just really work on how to protect myself. And
Mhm.
so I'll do anything almost. We'll do with the salt, the crystals, the grids, the heck, I've even put pictures of people in my bottom of my freezer in a bag. You know what I mean? It's just anything that it takes. And also to start doing my Ho'oponopono. I learned about it years and years ago. And it is so soothing to say, I have no idea what has happened here. Did my ancestor do it? Did I do it? I don't know. and like, I love you. I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me, please? And then I'm like going, oh, well, I need to forgive myself. We need to forgive all of us because we're silly humans and we get stuck in our anger and stuck in our ways. And I think it's the most important thing that has helped me is grasping for everything until it feels like it sinks into your, like, your long-term memory, until your cellular memory, so that you could just go, oh, well, hey, I need a big red violet or a violet flame to come up to me right now. Poof, and just magical thinking. Keep your magical thinking going. And
Yeah.
and then also the boundaries, the
Yeah.
making sure that the people that are in your life that you want to share your light with, that you really stick to that for a while until we regroup and relearn, because we've gone from, at least me, from being out there grasping and, looking for acceptance and, why do you think I made all those blankets? Love me. And so now it's more like, I want to share blanket people with love. I want to be the source of the love, and not perfect. Don't interview my children. Not perfect. But I can go back after moments of imperfection, great imperfection, and say, I'm so sorry. I love you. Will
And
you?
none of us are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's huge, Julie, to be able
Huge.
to do that. I've done that with my kids too, where
Oh, huge.
I've looked back and it's like, I've said things or done things, and I have, went to them and said, you know what, I'm sorry. I just that's a huge place to be at, and it's healing the whole family dynamics. Crystals, you love crystals too?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of a cuckoo nut about that. I always have this is one of my favorites, my little Labradorite, my palm. I've gone through periods of sleeping with them. I'm like, what am I laying on now? Oh, oh, get that citrine out of here. And
You
and
could-
that's,
you-
and then I think I bought my first crystal ball, in the 80s or something, and just started trying to learn about how we can use our tools, anything around us. We may not need any of them. We may just be able to do it all by telepathy. But I told myself, you know what? I'm alive and I'm here on this planet and I'm going to enjoy it. And so I I definitely, do that. I was like, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, and I wanted to be protected. Just happened to have this Sleeping Beauty turquoise piece, got a million years ago when I was
Beautiful.
working, right? And then it has black spinel on it and little earrings to go. And a friend of mine gave me this a Tibetan turquoise, a little bit about protection stuff. So, you just, I really like to use them, the crystals, to help amplify, to help us, like a battery. I had the most wonderful thing happen. A friend of mine gave me her entire collection of orbs and globes and different crystal balls and things, and also like obelisks and wands and stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're gonna give this to me? Are you kidding me? I'm like, oh yeah, okay, if you don't want them, well, yeah, get them all to me. So I put them all, those that you can put your plants in them or whatnot, and it's wood burnt out and whatnot. So I have them all in this big bowl, and like, this is my battery.
Ooh, I love that.
Because I believe we all need batteries
We
for
do,
for
because
our healing energy, and our life force some days.
oh, definitely, in protection other days. And I laugh when you said you had him in bed, because I will have him in bed with me. And when I get up sometimes at night, I will have them, they'll be like stuck stuck to my legs or stuck to my arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You know, if I can't find them, I have to get under the bed and look out,
Yep.
see what's in there. But so, you know, we all just do our own little wacky things to help ourselves try to learn and grow and kind of really you know, amalgamate. You know, it's we're going to get our alchemy going here until we can really get it going. I think it's amazing. There's a lot of people here who have spent their whole lives you working with their gifts, trying to understand what it is, and shut it down, opened it back up, and it's very important because there's something also that else that happens with me is that and I was completely shocked. So when you say you're open for them to start working with you and helping you and giving you new, being able to interpret what you perceive more clearly, well, I was going off of the planet, and then the light beings around the planet were like, "Hey, no, wait, you stop right here. You have to help us," you know, and during a significant times in our history on the planet and different areas where there was war or things like that. So I would just like, I don't know what to do, and you know, it was just be here, and do focus on this place, and focus on healing and containment. And so when everybody's talking about the ETs and stuff, I'm like, oh, well, I believe it 100% that the extraterrestrials, the angels, the guides, the light beings are definitely there. They are working to help the humans, you know, manage things. So
And I do too. And I feel as though many of them they come in the form of angels too, you know, as helpers. Do you have a favorite crystal or a favorite deck that is your go-to crystal or your go-to deck of cards?
well, it's really hard for me to pick one deck.
Yeah.
I've been working a lot with Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle, just on a daily practice, because I've just went crazy, and I was like, I have to do this study to get my discipline and going with really opening up myself, and so that I can heal.
Yeah.
And it's like related to the 12 step. You know, if you're healing yourself and working on yourself, then somehow we're not as plugged into what everybody else is doing. And they're going, oh, well, they're not as cranky as they used to be. Maybe it's okay to be with them and around them. And, you know, maybe I can help more, or, you know, it affects change and ripples effects in your own life. And so I do a lot of that. But, you know, I love things. I love all kinds of things. In fact, I pulled 3 cards um, for today for the collective.
Should,
We'll do that whenever you want.
whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you go.
Can we start?
Yeah.
All right, here I go.
And
All right, so
here, let me.
I got out these since I have all my decks out on my bookcase behind the secret top secret screen. I got out the Sacred Earth Oracle by Tony Carmine, and this is surface, and I love that.
That is
You know,
beautiful.
reminds you of Ophelia, you know. Um, uh, what's underneath the surface for me, and how I see this card, is that there's a lot going on under the surface. There's a lot that's being hidden. There's a lot that we hide from ourselves and others. And now, you know, it's time for us to bring things to the surface. No more undertow, no more hiding and feeling like we're drowning underneath the pressures that we're all living under, because it is a big giant pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And so come to the surface, enjoy the water, just like Allie, at some tub in Utah. And then, and I think that's very beautiful, relaxing. And as we do that, oh, look at this. It says stand in light. Hello, stand in light with Annie Bear.
And look at this. I have a butterfly.
Ooh, butterflies are always they come out for the light, those butterflies do. But I think it's really important that we are, once we come up out of that water, that we are able to shine our light, to stand in that light, to be that light, to be a pillar of light. Yeah, own it, do it, be it, turn on that switch, girl or gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. But I think it's very beautiful, and it is time, regardless of what's going on, whatever's pulling and tugging at us, get that light going. And the last one here, this and that was from the Earth Warriors deck. And then this just called to me here. It's Lynn Andrews card. She was something else. And it's the card of joy.
Oh, I love that.
And I think that with this, in embracing the gentleness, embracing hope, embracing all that the North would represent, as we pull into winter and pull into fall, that we got to really hold on to our hope, that there will be betterment to the wrongs that have transpired. And I really believe that is going to save us all a little bit of trouble, is stay hopeful. And then I pulled this for me and Kelly before we started. And this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. And definitely love is all around. Love yourselves.
Love yourself. Love hard on yourself is so important.
Love.
Yep. Love, 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 love. I got 3 cards, and I have got, it's Rebecca Campbell, and it is I think it's called the water deck.
I think so. Here. Yeah, the water deck.
The water deck. And the other deck that I pulled from is, actually I do have that one here. It's the Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Aslan.
I love it.
The first one I got is Mother of the Salt Waters. Oh. And it is passion, wild love, open heart, and let love in. And that really coincides with what your last card was, is love on ourselves, love one another. We're literally here to love one another. And you look at that, and it looks like there's a portal right there opening up. And sometimes, and it looks like there's 2 eyes there too.
Ooh.
Sometimes we just have to let down our guard and let the love in. Then I got speak to yourself with kindness. And I think this is so important for all of us, because I think sometimes we are our worst critic. And it says, become aware of how you speak to yourself. And a lot of times I think the things that we say to ourselves, we would probably never say to our worst enemy or a family member or a friend. But, we tend to be so hard on ourselves. So, I mean, to speak to ourselves with kindness and love is huge. And then you hit on this a little bit ago, set boundaries. And so anybody right now that is feeling overwhelmed, you feel like things are closing in, you feel like people are overstepping. No is a full sentence. All you have to say is no and put that boundary up. And it says, claim your power and know your value today. So your cards were absolutely beautiful, Julie. And do you think at some point you'll feel comfortable to come on and we could read together
That would
when
be
you're
fun.
ready? When you're ready. I would absolutely love it because you are a fabulous reader.
Aw. I
You
love to
are.
do it because, so many synchronicities. It's amazing. And, I love it when everybody says you can't make this stuff up because, everybody's got their own deck, different card. Everybody lives all over the United States or wherever, and everybody pulls something similar or gets something the same. I think it just shows you, Spirit's got a hold of us all, and that we're all, doing our best to create a
And
positive
connected too,
yeah,
right?
connected and create a positive vibe. And even for the, I love to look at the card that the card readers that are doing some of the political and looking at what's really going on, what's motivating people, and kind of getting down into the nitty gritty and remote viewing and stuff like that. And you can really see how doing it with love and being heart centered, hello heart centered, and doing all of that, that it makes a huge difference. And then there's a flow to it, there's a continuity, and it's a blast.
It is. It is. And I am just I can't wait for the day that we can do that. And so everybody, her Julie's channel is Jules Learning to Listen. And I have it in the description. Go subscribe and like and show Julie some love. And anything else, Julie?
I do have my email address for my channel, on the channel. And I would love to begin to start working with people. And if anybody's interested at all, that'd be great. Just give me an email, and we'll work something out. And because my life has changed so much in the last year, I actually feel like, yay, I can do this now. I have free time, I have the space. And oh, look, there's Terry holding her space, girl. And and to just be involved in providing in service to one another. So.
And she says, I just subbed to her account just today. Thank you for having her on.
Oh, you sweetheart.
Thank you
so
for
much.
being here. And thank you everybody for being here and welcoming Julie. And it's so nice to be able, because I know when we did our thing, our connection on StreamYard, behind the scenes, to be able to see your face, after a few years, it was just like, yes, yes, yes. It's so nice to be able to put a face with a name. And
can you put up my link, Kelly?
Teresa just did.
Oh, she did? Okay, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm still learning, kids. So, yes.
Well, and you know what? And I'm going to try here. I've never done this before.
Thank you.
And I have it in the description, but here, and then people can see exactly how it's spelled too.
Oh yeah, it gets a little tricky with that spelling. I don't have a website yet, and but after the certification that I'm working on is done, then I'll be working on getting a website. And oh yeah,
that
there
wasn't
you
a
go.
link. That was just her YouTube channel. I think
Please
true.
subscribe.
I'm wondering. I think that is maybe the link.
Oh yeah, I saw it up there. It looked like that was it. Oh, Teresa's, yeah, she had the
Yes.
link.
Yep. Hers was
Oh,
a link. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
and
Teresa.
Teresa.
And thank you, Annie. And thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Cause we want to get her, some subs and I can't wait to be able to see, your shorts. And if you need help, once you do one short, I mean, it's really it's a piece of cake. And so if you need help with it too, you just let me know and I'll help you too, because I can't wait to see all those nature videos. And it's just a matter of just throwing one up, right? And I mean, like today, this is so amazing.
Yeah, go
Thank
ahead. If
you.
you want to use any for shorts, that's fine with me. I'm into it. It's so much fun. My kids are like really good at this. My daughter makes, puts up videos, Instagram and everything all the time. So all I need to do is do a little bit of learning how to do things. And I just want to say that part of the fun of being a kind of a lurker behind the scenes, or person for all these years, I think I'm surprised. I'm subscribed to just about everybody. If they've got a page, I've subscribed just to and also I love it when everybody goes for, when everybody's on a group and a show, and then everybody runs around and likes and makes comments and stuff for everybody. It's quite fun.
And Annie says, "You got this, Jules. You
Yeah,
got it."
Annie's got it. Woo! Cooking with gas, girl.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she is the queen of shorts and videos. I mean, Annie, you can run miles around me, and that's amazing.
Well,
So
everybody's learning how to do it. Thank you, everyone, so much. Just delighted.
thank you, Julie, for being here and sharing your time with me, and just everybody getting to know you, and we'll do this again soon, and there'll be shorts that'll come out from this video, so you'll be seeing your face plastered
Oh
all
boy,
over.
that's awesome. Hi,
Thank you guys,
Marina.
and
Thank
thanks
you.
everybody in the chat for being here, and thank you, Marina, for being here. And yeah, thanks for everybody for your love and support. We love you all, and we will see you.
Love you
Soon.
guys. All
Bye
right,
bye.
have a great day, everybody. We'll see you out there in YouTube land.
Yep.